Hey everybody, I'm Kyle. We have Ian, and we have Zeke. Zeke was our sound guy on the guards themselves, and so he's here to answer comments and stuff. From Facert Bass. You already sold me on this first one. Looks like a lot of work. Yay, it was.
It was pretty easy, really. I can do it again next week.
Yeah. And it's been 3 years, right?
No, we just made it this weekend, just like we made all our videos.
We were going to have a screening last Wednesday for the cast and crew, and I ended up having to cancel that because I just wasn't able to finish it in time.
We like to cancel things.
And my, well, I was going to try, and then...
Rudy says he couldn't finish it. That's incorrect. He could have. He just would have had to, like...
I would have died.
Glorious Potato.
Woo!
Wasn't expecting that good quality. Hashtag or whatever. No amount of actors.
That is a parenthesis.
I wasn't an
You don't
English
tweet
major.
much, do you?
There was a lot of people.
There were 48 actors in that entire movie. I counted
Really?
them when I made the IMDb page.
I was watching the credits and Joey showed up a couple times. I think I showed up 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, a few people are repeated because we recycled people a lot. But
just to let you know, in the scene where I can't even talk about it. It hasn't happened yet.
yeah, we gotta be careful not talk about the pieces that haven't come out yet. As far as the quality level, in this case, this one case, I have to agree with you. I was not expecting that good of a quality either. The movie had no right to be that good of a quality. I don't know what happened. It was probably me pouring my actual life force into the edit as I was working on it. But, wait, are there any questions about the audio? No, okay, I can explain to you what I did on the audio, finally. I had to sync up all of the audio with this one program, and then I had to re-export each clip, each video file with the new audio so that it would auto-import back into Premiere in the edit that I already made. Then, I had to take the whole timeline, because it was now separated into multiple clips, export that into Audition, rearrange the volumes and everything and that whole thing and blend it together. Then the noise was really bad, and I was like, well, I'm just going to deal with this. And then I was like, wait, maybe there's a $1,000 program out there that specializes in only noise reduction and also has a free trial. And it did, and I got it.
Until he started looking for it. Let's be clear.
Is it called RX?
It is.
Yeah.
That is the one. And so I used that to reduce all of the,
It works?
yeah, no, it actually shouldn't work. I don't know how it does. It just kind of does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately...
Don't rat him out because he's going to go to jail. That's actually pretty amazing. The scene that when we're in the, at the bar.
Yeah, the bunker
lit.
scene was just basically garbage beforehand.
Yeah.
Half of that was re-recorded,
it was
actually. That was ADR. A lot of it was, yeah.
That's really
Me
good.
and Emma, the leader, they were...
But it sounded
They
really
were
good.
recorded.
It was really on point. I didn't even notice.
We were originally going to be, back when we kind of flip-flopped on this a lot. When we first announced it was going to be a web series, and then it moved into being like, we'll do this as an actual film, and then by the time we finished, we were like, screw it, it's going on the internet, we're not doing this. But if you, submitting this, there's not really too much point in film festivals.
Yeah.
At this point, unless you're really, if you're an independent filmmaker like this, and don't actually have a budget behind you, we would not be getting 900 people watching this if we submitted to a film festival.
Well, I mean, isn't there a rule where you can't put on YouTube? You have to.
Well, yeah, a lot of them we couldn't submit it to now because it's already been publicized. But I mean, by next week we'll have probably 1,500 people having seen this.
What's the whole point of film festival?
I guess the difference is what kind of people you get watching.
When
you go to a film festival, you're looking for somebody who can pick up your movie and distribute it.
Right,
because I've done a couple.
And that was the point. When they first started, you submitted stuff to a film festival with the intention of getting somebody to see it, who would then help you get more people to see it.
Here's the thing, I've done a couple of films already since the guards themselves, and I can't put them anywhere, and I can't show them because they're in film festivals right now.
Yeah.
I can't,
and I assume, they're just being shown in theaters, right? So they can't be more than 200 people a piece that see it.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I always assumed that film festivals took place outside for some reason. Because it's a festival.
Yeah.
I don't know why I ever thought
all
that.
All drive-ins.
No, there's just a big screen and people just sit on the ground and just all the fancy French directors in their berets and, just Tom Cruise laying out, the Keyblader, 133. Already love this. Little, happy, smiley, double carrot face. Sad that's going to take 3 more weeks to put out, but big deal. It'll be worth the wait. Glad you guys could finally put the final touches on everything, and hope Kyle will take some time to relax. The editing must have been a nightmare. XD.
I will be taking
previous.
time to relax to my standard, which is probably not how you're picturing
I'm
relaxing.
surprised you're not asleep. Like, I'm surprised that you would.
I've already built a whole DVD out of it and sent that to be shipped off and submitted everything to the IMDb page and have set up. Have 2 scripts going for videos now. I'm doing much less work than I was over the last couple of weeks, that's for sure.
You know what's funny though is I'm surprised that no one's like expecting like what's gonna happen next. Like I kind of figured I'd have like that going on. People
Yeah,
would be, like,
it works a lot better episodically, I think, than it does in one chunk. Actually, I think it actually works better
because
split in
we had-
pieces. So I'm happy about that.
We had just a couple of scenes that were just a little tiny bit awkward pacing wise because they're remnants from how we were writing the script, and it was either totally reworked vast swaths of script, or just leave them just ever so slightly awkward for pacing if you care about that thing.
And then
which
splitting it up, fixed
Yeah,
it.
it perfectly made it work.
From Sasquatch at his computer. Hi, Sasquatch.
Squash.
Sasquatch has been here for a long time.
nice finally have you meet me.
Right from the intro, you know you're in for a treat. Great to see this finally coming out. Also, I was thinking that helmet gag almost verbatim right before the line was spoken. Send help.
Scott will help.
I am really glad we called that out early because
Yeah.
Ian punches helmets a lot in the episodes to come.
And Joey's always inside them.
Joey was not happy.
I'm really hoping. Hopefully, we'll have Joey here next week or the week after, as soon as possible. He was. I think we mentioned him in a couple of
He
past
was invaluable.
videos.
Which I've always thought makes it sound like you're not worth much,
Yeah, it does.
but he's very valuable.
But yeah,
He-
he did a ton of stuff, including being inside the agent costumes a lot, and almost always when it required that they be punched in the head by Ian.
Joey's that kind of guy that always kind of like when you have a situation, he's like, oh wait, I can do this. I got this.
Or he just finds other people. He just thinks,
Yeah,
you're
he-
on the project because of Joey.
Me?
I didn't know you at first.
Yeah.
I was like, we need an audio guy. He's like, I'll get someone. And then he went and got you and brought you to our first set, and then you showed up every time after that.
I don't even know how I know Joey.
That's what happened. Nobody knows how they know Joey. They just eventually know Joey.
And then after that, I did a lot of work with Joey.
It's worth, I think, also giving credit while we're talking about me punching people in the head. The scene where I punched JP in the face,
Yeah.
Mr. Justice. That's the actual punching sound, because I actually punched him in the face.
He really punched him in his face.
And
So I
not
think-
every take, but that one connected.
And, the community comments for Ghost Hunters I haven't released yet, but that's coming out the week after the Guards Themselves month, because we still have it sitting around. And in that one, you get to see the clip from Daredevil where he punches JP in the face.
Now, I
That
still
was the second
maintain
time.
that one was an accident.
Don't
of
follow up on things that they haven't seen
impossible-
yet.
I think JP is starting to get the fact that you just don't like him.
Okay,
Did we
that-
tell you about that? He actually punched him in the face again in another video that we did.
I saw the video.
I was in self-defense against the brick wall. Anyway, let it also be known that when Mr. Justice tackles Scott to the ground, that's also real.
That was
because
all
we
from-
filmed that after the punch.
That was all from the same take. And so one of the punches actually connected, and then JP just went all out and just dove and dragged him to the ground.
I have a question.
Huh.
Is Moroccan oil real?
It
It is. It's
yeah.
a real product. I looked it up. I looked up expensive hair products.
Had it in my hair for that. Okay, I had a crappy off-brand
Yeah.
shampoo that claimed to have Moroccan oil.
There's a Moroccan oil brand that is rather pricey.
Percent sign. Killerman. Killer name. Oh, that's a. Yeah, killer name, and then another percent sign. Awesome. But why are there 2 furries in the anarchist HQ? Okay. I remember reading that when I watched the video, and I looked. I was like, there are 2 furries.
Yeah.
That was also Joey. Actually, that was one side effect of Joey finding extras, which he did
Yeah.
many times.
Well, the way that one
Um,
worked, right? You just put out a casting call.
A few of the people in there was actually me on the internet, just like, we need people here.
Who have costumes to come play anarchists at this bar.
No, they didn't have costumes. Joey
Oh.
brought all the costumes.
Sorry.
Joey brought a big box
Yeah.
of costumes.
You
And
know,
then those were 2 actual furries that he knows in real life.
That was the first time I ever heard of furs. That was the first time I met furs. I was a little scared. And then when I got home, I Googled furs, and I was like, okay.
One of the comments is like, they just show up places.
Yeah.
But I think it adds some nice background flavor to the whole
They're getting
anarchist
a little too
movement.
humanocentric.
It was even more diverse before because there were also children involved in
There
the
were-
anarchist
Oh
movement.
my child.
God. Those kids.
That scene was, I think it's actually one of my favorite scenes now, which is insane because that scene was a mess.
That was
Like,
a really bad scene.
One of the extras Joey got, she brought her kids, and I was really busy and was not really paying attention and should have, she said, she was like, so they can stand out there, or if you don't mind, they can be in the scene. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, and I want to go back in time and punch myself, because that was a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
So I had to cut around them the entire scene, because they were just not, they were kids. They didn't know what they were doing.
They were children, you know.
They were distracting,
They were childing.
and so I had to cut her. You can see one of them in the very last shot where they're all walking out, like walking behind someone slightly. But yeah, that was irritating, and then also the audio was really horrible in that one because there was an air conditioner that kept turning on and off.
Air conditioner.
It was also like raining intermittently, but it was still like September or August, so it was like super hot out, so it was all gross. And I was tired, so I was sleeping on set, and which I did in half the movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, when did you not?
Yeah, but I wasn't on Joey's couch. Joey has a fantastic couch, by the by.
And then there were furries, so it was just there. You know, all of the anarchists. There was a really weird, wide variety of people in this particular organization of anarchists. We have like comic book villains mixed with furries, mixed with one of the guys there had like a burned head with a gas mask and stuff.
Yeah, I like there's a guy who's just like sort of like fingering a knife, like hey, look at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Russian guy.
Yeah.
He was actually a Russian guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Also,
Jan Peters. He was great.
For the record, Ethan was in that scene.
Oh yeah, Ethan was there.
That's Ethan's cameo in the guards themselves.
That was before he was actually part of White Lightning HQ, I think.
Yeah, no,
he
he
just
was
showed up
like-
as an
he
extra that day.
He was just starting to do stuff with us.
We also got this guy named Bob. He was one of the guys that responded to our casting call, and he was retired. Like I don't remember what he used to do,
Bob.
but he had just retired,
Such a
and then
great
was just
guy.
like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do acting.
And he was fantastic.
And he was great. He showed up as an extra. He was the guy with the glasses and
And
the weird
the
hand
hand.
glove,
They
and
torched us.
he would just yell weird things at the end there.
He said it, and we were just like,
What?
Do that again.
Yeah,
We're gonna use that.
we actually wrote him into the script later because we liked him so much.
yeah, he was a great guy.
Yeah, he comes back later
Yeah.
just because we rewrote a scene.
And he's the only named anarchist now.
Yeah.
So who's not like because I used to have names for some of the bank robbing anarchists.
Yeah.
Like Tam Kilt or B Kilt McTavish, but then none of them actually ended up with lines. So none of them get all that great. I think Tam Kilt or B Kilt McTavish shows up in the ticker at the bottom of the news, which you should read, by the way, just if you haven't.
And then there's the crowds, like when everybody's yelling. Remember?
Yeah.
The reason those sound so good is because I had my friend John, who's stationed in Oklahoma right now. He plays the Kerbal in our Kerbal videos.
Oh, the one that got married?
Yeah, he's
my sister. Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
That was a while ago, but yeah.
Never met you.
We needed voices because the group yelling at Scott voices from the actual audio was just really weak. And so I needed something to add to it. It was like in the final week, I didn't have a group of people. And then Ian reminded me that John has our old microphone because we record the Kerbal videos remotely.
Oh, okay.
And he also has a literal army. So he went and recorded some shouts for us. And so that's what that is. They're mixed in there.
Hey, it
Yeah.
worked.
L for light. Ian's hair isn't bad. You're darn right.
Why do y'all encourage him on the hair?
I'm so glad this movie exists as a testament to my hair back then, because it's never going to be allowed to get that long again.
From Sam Y. Do you guys have superpowers? Small superpowers would be great, like super intelligence or strength or super hearing. Nothing too OP, of course.
That'll be on y'all.
The original idea was actually that we did kind of have superpowers.
Yeah, because you're like a technopath.
It was sort of implied a little bit that we have these really vague... They're not super, they're just slightly above average human. Like, Ian's character was supposed to be
super strong,
vaguely
actually.
stronger than regular people.
Has a superpower.
Mezier's power is to pull guns from nowhere.
That's like the best superpower ever.
And
Richie didn't have anything, he just set stuff on fire,
if
I
you
guess.
look very closely in the next part, a yo-yo.
Oh.
And then there's Lincoln.
Yeah, and then Lincoln. Lincoln hasn't actually been explained yet. Not that there's much of an explanation for Lincoln, but
We actually at one point had an explanation for it.
did we? Well, we have like a weird, almost pseudoscientific
Lincoln. What are
explanation
you
that we were
talking
going to use
about?
later.
Well,
They
okay.
met him, but he hasn't really introduced. He just handed him the bag of pennies, and that was it. But yeah, it was sort of implied that we're all like just particularly skilled in one area because all of the characters were the way I came up with them, other than basing them off of actual people, because we wrote it to accommodate who we had available before we had any experience acting. I picked out different stereotypical supervillains, and then gave them some kind of personality quirk that completely contrasted and ruined that ability.
That's pretty good.
So, like, Noam is the mad scientist who is completely sane and down to earth about everything. Scott is the brute guy
Who's lazy
and super, like, prissy about everything. And then Richie, the arsonist, is like the Joker, everyone want to watch the world burn kind of guy, except he has the mind of an 8-year-old, so he doesn't really have any of the evil going on.
Yeah.
And then Messier, who hasn't shown up, he was the guy yelling from the
Prison cell.
The prison cell,
yeah.
and you'll get to see him next time. He's played by Reed, and he's supposed to be like the space warlord, except without any authority whatsoever.
Cool snap. Isn't that the bomb from the Papers, Please video? You guys have a really small budget, don't you?
Yes, actually, in the Papers, Please video, that is the bomb from the guards themselves.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused. I haven't seen it.
And in the guards themselves, that is the bomb from John is Cool, a video
Is
we
it
made a
really?
long time ago in which he blows up a vending machine for some reason.
Oh!
We've actually
yeah,
just recycled
I
the
saw
same
that.
bomb 3 times.
To be fair, it's a great looking bomb.
Yeah.
Going for number 4.
Just wasn't a reason to make a new one, so...
From recent.snowfall. I don't know if this is better than I expected or just flat good.
Statistically, it's the first one.
It's possible that it's both. It's not mutually exclusive if you expect crap from us.
Our
And-
most common comment on Reddit or anywhere else is, that was a lot better than I thought it was going
That
to
was
be.
the first half of the year. We eventually moved away from this, and now it came back for this one, which I think is good because
That's a great
when we're
thing.
starting on a new long form project, we're gonna need to dial ourselves back a bit. So,
Yeah.
and this is actually this is an old long form project. So,
I'm really glad everyone has been enjoying it so far. I really didn't know if people were going to like it or if they were going to be like, it's
You know
alright.
what? This is why we waited 3 years, so we let them actually... This whole thing was a scam, by the way. We waited 3 years so people would forget about it, and then bam! We bring it back, and everyone loves it.
From Super Cubs Fan 1000.
I'm so sorry. From an Astro, I mean, this is not the season to be sorry about that. But previously, I knew your pain. Okay.
Will you guys release a full-length video of the entire Guards Themselves movie once all the parts come out? It would be cool to watch the whole thing uninterrupted. The first part was awesome. Thank you. What we're actually planning on doing now is releasing the whole thing for sale on Amazon's instant streaming service, because we found out we could do that. And we'll probably actually do that pretty soon. So if you're impatient and want to see the whole thing,
And don't mind giving us money.
and also, want to help support the project, you can go to the
Future
Amazon
projects.
streaming thing and buy it. I'll try to make it as cheap as possible. I'm not sure what their base price will be. But yeah, you can either rent or buy it because it's the whole Amazon thing. So that'll be cool. And we might end up going and throwing it on a DVD also if anybody wants a hard copy for some reason. I don't know why you would. There's not really a point anymore.
So you can
but
give it as a gift. So
That'd
you
be
can
a
keep it
really
in
fun
your
gift.
car, so that if you're stuck in the wilderness without any sort of internet connection, but you have a fully charged generator with a DVD player, you can watch it.
Or if you don't, if you're on the road and you feel like, I want to listen to the Guards Themselves, we'll make a audio.
an audio-only version. We'll make an audio book
Turn
version
it into
of the
a
Guards
book,
themselves.
book on
A
tape.
radio play.
A movie player.
But Noam, how are we gonna get to the bank?
Oh, the opening credits turned out really well.
Yeah, I like
filmed
those.
that in my garage one
Yeah.
day.
Oh my god, that was super good. Oh, by the way, everyone look up Shadow Wells.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. No, the people who supplied the music for the movie, Shadow of Wales, they're a band here in Austin. They're freaking awesome, and they gave us the music for free. And I'm going to link them here, and they're also linked all over the place in all of the videos everywhere, and you should go check them out. They have a YouTube channel, and you can buy their music on iTunes, and you should do both of those things, because it's fantastic.
I helped with the music because
Like-
I recorded it.
I'm fully convinced we will have a famous band's music in that movie at some point.
Yeah, dude. No,
Like,
I think
they're not like a garage band by any means. They're
no,
really
they're
good.
so good. They've been together for years, and I've known Josh for a long time. I actually know his dad too. I
Yeah.
worked with his dad a couple times.
You know what's great is when we first started this movie, I was like, I think the kind of music I want is something kind of like Imagine Dragons. And we got something that is exactly describable
Yeah.
as kind of like
He
Imagine
said
Dragons.
that, and I was like, I just recorded a band like that.
Also, the name Shadow of Whales is pretty, like, reminiscent of Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
In the sense it's like,
Yeah.
hey, wait. I like to think of Imagine Dragons as a command, though. Like, Imagine Dragons right now!
Kevin suggested that we make a music video for Fallback using the like an old
wow.
80s style music video using clips from the movie.
You mean, like, True Survivor?
And then we should have, like, we should go really corny and then y'all playing the instruments. Like,
Which
have
sounded,
Mezzy-
well, no, we did like dress them up as like the anarchists and then just like work in clips and stuff, just like those old, like they did on what was the
Kung
the
Fury.
80s Kung Fury.
I
Yeah,
said, like, True Survivor.
I really just
Yeah.
want to see Mezzier play drums.
that would be great.
So this has been The Guards Themselves, Week 1!
Yeah, so
Come back for Week 2!
Part 2 will be out on Monday. Leave us your comments and questions about stuff here on this video and on the video on Monday when it comes out, and we will answer those next time. You can leave them for specific people if you want to, because we're going to try to have, again, like some of our cast and crew. I've already contacted a bunch of people, and most of them are interested in showing up at least once. JP was going to be here today, but he was, I think, sleeping or something because he just flew back from another state last night.
Why did he do that?
He was in another state. He had to fly back.
He didn't have to.
But yeah, so we will be doing that for the next 3 weeks. So see you guys next Friday.
Bye.